Welcome to Bloodline, Heroes of Lithus. Tonight's gonna be a happier video. I'm gonna go about it. So here we go. I want me a dragon horn. And then I want me some coinage. So I gave up on trying to get any better than the 10% bonus on the deep sea delve. Let's see. Here's to hoping for some diamonds. Hi, Tater Tot. Tater Tot. He's a sniffer. You're a sniffer. Celestial bonds for anyone interested. Updated from the last view. 34466. 897. Companions pretty much look like this all the way through, other than the ones I haven't finished. Unfortunately, I'm still missing so many of the key champs to counter the bullshit meta. So that's annoying. Yeah, I guess I should make somebody. Do I have any freebies? I've got 1, 2, 3. You. So, yeah, 4 companions. Wish there was a way to organize them based on stats. I've been starring. Let's play with some of that. I can use that. Ooh, so handy. Anyway, except for the whole not wanting to use it part. Woohoo. And I guess I'm trying to figure out how to do these things, because I don't know how to do them. And then this would be my camera, except I cover my camera with duct tape. So you're looking at duct tape, I guess. Or the absence of light with duct tape. I don't know. Alrighty. So, okay, if I want to mark something, I have to touch the pencil each time, and then I can mark stuff. So these are who I have. These are who I need. All of the ones that'll stop the meta. Yeah. Real helpful. Okay. Banquet. How am I doing? I haven't looked at timers. Okay, 1 hour and 6 minutes. And 5 hours, 58 minutes. Woohoo. Okay. I'm doing terribly in the might challenge because I missed reset. Alright, I'm going to Spirit Bomb this here horn. Right after I find out how many of these I can collect. Ooh, that could be handy. And a bone. I've got a horn and a bone. Oh, boy. Well, that's going to make this more fun. Oh, and it looks like I needed the... Well, that's lovely. I get to use the horn later. Ote. Let's go into Sails and Sabers. I'm playing it officially now. I was late on this too. Didn't work out the way I wanted it to. I've got one trade point currently. I've got a whole bunch of spares to put to use. Spice and Darkhide. Now, I did some pillages, even though I don't normally like to, because I found some sure wins. Usually, that's not the case, but I got lucky, so I went for it. No, I don't want that. I don't want to sell the Darkhide there. $8.98. What can I grab? Boop. Gold. I'll just wait. Leaderboard. $28.94. You guys got a few more things to do. I bought some merchant or move credits, action points, whatevs. Trade points, I guess, maybe. I don't know. Yeah. I've got lots of trade points, and I guess I bought more trade points, whatevs. Or merchant credits. That's what those. Them. I bought merchant credits with diamonds. That's what I'm trying to say. It's been a long day. I spent most of it volunteering for my neighbor that moved to the RV park. He's had this 20 by 20 pile covered by tarps. And I showed up without telling him. And he had actually said he was contemplating calling me anyway. So it was one of those magical coincidences. Coinkydink. And I'll just run through some battle info while I'm babbling. Oh, there's nothing else to run through. Well, that just means that my thing's working. My plan. Even though I fell short. I got 2 days, 17 hours left. Anyway. Yeah, it looked like Portland, Oregon, okay? And I show up. He's super happy when I show up, and we start at it. I pull things off the tarps so that we can pull the tarps off of the other things. So we can start organizing them into less of a homeless encampment looking mess. Well, long story short, it looked like a picnic area, park setting when I was done. And all of his stuff was either under the RV, which was then covered by styrofoam walls to, for his winterizing styrofoam, so... And then anything that wasn't under the RV was right next to the RV. Had this nice, kind of 3-foot zone of stuff. Barbecue, table, a plastic Rubbermaid tool closet, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, got all this stuff figured out. And then but part of the problem was, he's constantly asking me to help him organize his stuff. And today was going to be that day for part of this mess. He's got crap in the house I'm talking to you in, right behind me in a bedroom. And then there's another 20 by 20 foot area of just junk under tarps here. Most of which he just won't be putting to use. He's just been, hoarding stuff for all these years, and I've been trying to get him to, at the very least, acknowledge that there are certain things he does not need. He's had his first heart attack when he was 45, and he's now 72, 73, 74. I don't know exact. But he's old. He's over 70. I know he's over 72. And he's had multiple problems. He's got some pacemaker thing in his chest, and he shouldn't be lifting anything. He's been having episodes that are sending his pacemaker nuts. And part of it's because the lower portion of his heart is beating too slowly compared to the upper portion of his heart. And that's because the machine was calibrated incorrectly. Fucking medical science. It's just, they play with our bodies, and they play with our lives, and then when they make mistakes, nobody gets in trouble. They get to make mistakes throughout their career. Anyway, I've told him, you don't need an axe. You're not going to be swinging a damn axe over your head to chop wood ever again. You'll die if you try. You don't need a snow shovel. You're never going to shovel snow again. You had a friend die snow shoveling. Just logical, talk some sense into him. He's got, I don't know why, but 10 chairs. He's one person. He's got one friend living right across from him that has his own damn chairs. And I said, Tommy, you've got too many chairs. You've got 2 chairs here that don't even have pads, and they're made out of metal, and I can barely lift them. I would like you to set them next to the side of the road and let one of your neighbors take off with them, because you shouldn't even be moving them. Things like that, just logical things. I'm trying to be nice. I'm trying to be helpful. Meanwhile, he's getting more and more incensed with me as the day goes through. He managed to sort through a few cardboard boxes, and a lot of it ended up on the picnic table. And then I made runs to the trash dumpsters throughout the day, and cleaned up all of the leaves from the tree that had fallen after most of the stuff was organized better. And I spent all day there. I got there early in the morning. I managed to leave around 5. And I missed reset. I missed reset by, well, it was like 5:40 by the time I looked at the game. And I was still there at his place. And so I couldn't, I did a few dailies, and I forgot a bunch of important dailies. And then, this challenge, this whole last 3-4 days have been hell. But, I was supposed to be good. Supposed to focus on the game and be happy. Well, I'm happy. I don't know. I argued with his manager, who showed up unexpectedly and ironically to hand out these manila envelopes with stapled 20-page info packs about spring cleanup requirements and rental agreement baloney. And when she showed up, she and her husband were walking across a grassy spot in kind of the center of the park towards me, who happened to be on the top of a dumpster pulling a barbecue out. Because they had 2 dumpsters at this park. I guess there was a third brought in yesterday that I didn't even know about or see, that was supposed to be just for yard waste. Anyway, I dumped in 2 full cans of dry leaves. That was the extent of the yard waste. Most of it was his trash from the pile. Anyway, so I'm in there pulling a damn barbecue out because the whole thing was metal, and it was taking up a 4x4 square foot space in the remaining can that had any space that I knew of the 2 dumpsters. And as I threw it to the ground, this woman starts yelling at me, asked me what I was doing, why I was pulling that out of the trash, and whether I was a resident. Told her, no, I'm not a resident. I'm helping a resident clean his area up, and I'm pulling this barbecue out of the trash because your dumpsters are full, and I'm going to scrap it anyway. So she decided to double down on her bullshit bullying. Apparently, she's a member of this city's, or she works somewhere in the sheriff's office as well as running this damn park that is full of felons. So I consider that a conflict of interest. But anyway, yeah, I learned that today, right after all of it, that I gave her a piece of my mind, and she shut up. She stopped talking to me once I told her what I felt I needed to tell her. And I went about my business, and as I was leaving with the barbecue dragging behind me, I gave her some special sign language, and threw the barbecue in the back of my truck, and then I went off to Tommy and Carrie, his friend. They're both deaf, barely can hear, and so they had no idea what had been said by her or me. Apparently, the husband doesn't speak English, which I do not fucking understand. He has lived here his whole life, from what they told me. My neighbor, my old former neighbor, anyway, in his little info dump after all of this it has transpired. So yeah, I find that hard to believe. If he's lived here all his life and he can't speak English, that's a load of crap. Really, I mean, I know some people have managed that, but still, Anyway, yeah, no, when she started handing these manila envelopes out after our initial interaction, I just about blew a gasket. Because I heard, she was discussing them with some of the people, and I could hear what she was discussing, and it was the requirements for spring cleanup. Well, fuck Jesus. I I turned your Portland, Oregon homeless camp mess between two RVs into a little park zone, and you were just there to see the end result. She wasn't there to watch me clean it up, but she was there to see that it had been cleaned up. And I told her I was the one that did it, and gave her some more birds, and then I hung out with my friend for another 30 minutes and argued with him about my behavior. The logic of my behavior being, she's being completely hypocritical, handing out these flyers about how to clean the place up for spring. And here I am finishing up your spring cleanup for you, and you're yelling at me. Yeah, I got angry. He got angry. Eventually, my logic prevailed, and I had volunteered. I had shown up without him calling me, without any. Normally, I'm working for my landlord, doing something for him. But my landlord gave me the day off because he had his mother showing up, and she hates me. She's an adorable little 4-foot Nazi. Anyway, and she can go fuck herself. But yeah, I don't monetize, and I always label these not for kids. So YouTube can, fuck off, freedom of speech and all that. Anyhow, I don't know, I gave everyone a piece of my mind today. And I told Tommy, look, you've spent 37 years cowing down to your significant other, letting her control your entire existence. And in the 8 years that I've known you guys, going on 9, I have slowly but surely grown confident enough to understand the situation and try to be the backbone you seem to lack. And I did. Near the last 2 years of their relationship, I started putting my foot down for him. I yelled at her when she was wrong. Hear me out. He pays the rent, $745. Now the goal, the agreement was he pays the rent, she pays everything else. Well, guess what ends up happening? He pays the rent, he pays for gas, he pays for cable, she pays the electricity, and any recurring subscription fees beyond cable, like internet. And then she pays for her $300 alcohol habit. And then gets angry at him when he spends $40 on marijuana. Does anybody see the illogic of this relationship scenario? There's absolutely nothing equal about it. There's more, but I mean, that's the most blatant and obvious example I can give. So much more. Yeah, I was silent for like 7 years about the bullshit I was watching. But in the last year and a half, she's been talking to scammers, romance scammers, and funneling all of her resources to them. She thinks she's talking to like 5 different men. She's probably talking to 2 or 3, a couple of which are masquerading as multiple parties. And I have a unique insight into that. Multiple parties in the head, anyway. But yeah, it's a terrible situation overall that I was trying my damnedest to get him out of. And she tried to murder him through neglect, basically. He was sitting in his chair dying, and I showed up randomly. He was white as a ghost, the whitest I'd ever seen him, sitting in his armchair in the living room, and she was crocodile tears. There were no tears, but it would be like the emotion of sadness, but crocodile tears without the tears. I don't know. It was a bunch of bullshit. She was secretly hoping he would die. And he was saying he didn't want to go to the hospital. And she was pressing him to go to the hospital, thankfully. But when I walked in, I saw him. And I said, Tommy, we're going to call an ambulance for you now, because you look like you're going to die. And we did that. He refused. I repeated it, and I almost, the third time I made it an order. And he agreed, and we called. And it's a good thing he went in, because he was suffering from a debilitating infection in his abdomen from a previous surgery from like 2 or 3 weeks before then. And so once again, medical science proves nearly lethal. It was them. They left something in there they shouldn't have, and I think that's what he told me. And they fucking pulled something out of him that he shouldn't have had in him. And I just want to sue every evil doctor on the planet for the sake of everyone. Just so angry. But yeah, no, he was being unreasonable today, and I let him know how I felt as gently as I could. I told him I showed up to give him a hand, the hand that he's been begging for months. I have this one free moment. Weekends are very difficult for me to have free, and I chose to just run over there. He's, like 16 miles from me, a little out of my way. And I did that. I did that for him. And I wasn't expecting anything other than maybe a little bit of a toke. And I don't think he was planning to pay me until we had our little argument. And just as I left, he offered me a 20. I refused it, and he insisted. I need it. I took it. But that was all day. I worked from, I don't know, I think 10 a.m. until 5 p.m. for him. And yeah. That manager of his, yeah. He got angry at me because, of course, my being antagonistic with her and her husband could put him in jeopardy. But I turned around and told him, I know my rights and I know your rights, and she would have no right to come down on you for, her initial I've never seen her before. Come down on you for being rude to me in her initial interaction and getting what I consider equal rudeness in return. So, and he kept doubling down on his stance, and I wasn't going to have it. I just kept saying, Tommy, I see what you're saying, but I'm right. Anyway. So eventually I think we ironed that out, but I can, yeah, if I show up there at any other point and she happens to be around or her husband happens to be around, well, I guess I don't have to worry about talking to him. But yeah. Anyway, I've got some Convoke puffer fish gems. Let's go to the Convoke, which is all the way down here. Oh boy. So, not gonna finish it. Apparently it's a kind of a pay-to-win event. I don't want Bulko anyway. I'm planning to build around Bulko. Don't care. I got some Bulko parts. Don't give a damn. I do enjoy the attempt to get to the rewards tree. Whatevs. Not something I play too seriously because, yeah. Let's see, Courtier's Path. I don't have the Cloud. That's the one on the Courtier's Path at the moment. Cloud 9, man. Let's see, Festival VP is finished. Pretty sure, yep. Got them all. 7-day quest, carousing. I don't think I have any. If I do, it's a refreshed. Nope, it's 4 hours, 24 minutes. Did some marriages. Spire is over with. I did okay in it. Rank 7. I'm on the ranking roster without even having to scroll. Woohoo. Although, here's one. Charlemagne here. Did it with the goats and a female Galaman to 150. That's impressive. So now, take a look at me. $480. That's my roster cap. Now, Sir Eichnerf has definitely broke the 480 cap, and he did manage to complete it before I did. But other than him, yeah, so he's kind of lumped in with me. He's one of those, he showed up after me, and he asked me for a little bit of gamer advice, just a little bit. And I hope I gave him good advice, and it looks like I gave him good advice, and I'm sure he's learned more since from others, and from just playing himself. But, yeah, no, he's one of the few people in this list that doesn't have a complete 700 team that, you know, makes the progress faster than others. Everyone here, 700, all the way down the board, except Sir Eichnerf and myself. And then it's 700, 700, and here we go. Frisia is one of the others that hasn't, or at least she's using at least one champ that isn't a 700. Usually she's a maxed out squad in there too, but yeah, I'm seeing 700s all the way down to rank 14. 15, and Charlemagne, that's impressive what he did there. That's pretty cool. 17 is a 700. All 20, 700s, 700s. Oop, there's a 560 with Grendel, but, and a 560, okay, 2 of them. I'm waiting. I'm looking for teams that are even similar to mine, because here's one that doesn't have complete ones, but they're all pretty big. And another one with mostly big ones, just over 650 is big. Okay, here we go. D's nuts. He is one of those players. So there we go. Rank 27 is where you hit the next person with any small team that's made it higher in the rankings list. So anyway, I don't know. I find that mildly impressive. So, so many bonus loots. District. My districts are constantly improving, which is great. I'm getting 1,056k per minute. Right now I'm aiming for, I want to upgrade my industrial district. So 553, I'm so close. I have 545. So close. Let's see, do I have any of this to do? No. Do I have any of that? No. Do I have anybody in my dungeon? No. Do I have any heirs to upgrade? No. Well, shoot. Can I have any combat to show you? In either Valley of Conquerors or Guild Conquest? And some talking about gamer ethics in both counts, but mostly for Guild Conquest. Oh, somebody got angry at me. Damn. Alright. That was a big fuck you to me for red. Alright. We'll do something about it. I don't even think I've hit all of my Indomitable. Oh, wow. I am a little lacking there. Okay. Normally I cheat the system and just go back and forth from the start to 2 towers back, or 2 towers from start and back, repeat, until I hit about 7-8k, and then I generally make the rest naturally. But again, this has been a bad week, and time has not been on my side. Row. Alright, so we got, other than the Ashmane and the Wood Scourge, just basic champs. Please, no, don't do that. That's so gross. OMG. My plague kitten shook her head and gave me a shower of gross. Okay. Anyway, and here I am, 480s. I'm about to try to punch above my station. Shall I hit him with my own Ashmane and my Askavarg? 72k? Let's try it. I'm a very big fan of Scorching Fire. I've mentioned this in a previous video, but for anyone that's just hopping into this without having seen that one, my first Scorching Fire was legendary, and I got her to level 480, and I used her in my main squad, along with a legendary Day of Allah initially too, before I got a mythic one. But yeah, Scorching Fire is amazing in my opinion. She has always been in what I consider one of those that just picks off the ones that are hard to pick off. For whatever reason, whatever she's doing really messes with a few of the champions that really just want to sit on the board longer than they should. She's good about making that stop. And nope, you'd have to talk to Rage Panda or someone else that's more analytical than me about what that really means, because I don't know. I just know that she works, and I liked how she worked, and my gamer's intuition told me that that she was she was one of the key components in my victories. So I kept her in as a legendary even when I had mythic to my Day of Allah. And in fact, my mythic Day of Allah ended up being kind of crappy compared to my mythic or legendary one for a while. even though she was the same level, just something about the traits didn't work out. But I fixed it. And then one of my best champs really is my Goltung female. And that was an absolute accident. Absolute. I can assure you, there has been very little strategy involved in my early gameplay. I've been at it for 2 years. The first year and more than a half, I mostly just was seat of the pants, maybe asking questions in global or in the guild chat. I avoided looking at any YouTube channels about how to play. I wanted to do it my own way. I was free to play for like 4 months, other than my initial buy-in when they lured me in with the Lycans. Had a little special on Lycans for like $5, and you get a 4-star Lycan and some other garbage. Anyway, that's what drew me in, and and then I called myself cheap to play for the longest time because I'd buy in here and there, and I did buy the challenge fund, and all the way through to the end on the challenge fund. And mostly when I did spend, it was on equipment, and this was before runes. So I was just loading my champions up with the best equipment I could. Because my logic being, when I started the game, I would focus on equipment because it was the only transferable item that I could work on with money and feel like I'm getting value out of my permanent investment in the game with equipment items. And I will do the same with runes now, knowing that runes are in fact far more important than equipment. So, yeah, that makes the conquest of Sikad and the stupid freaking sails and sabers and the other thingamajigger rather important. The one where you're jumping up the hallway with the pawn. Oops, what do I have here? What did I pick up? I forgot. Dragon Glass, Gold, and Dark Hide. I've got one Dragon Glass. So really I'm looking for... Get rid of the gold, get rid of the Dark Hide. Aha. Let's do that. And then let's pick up more Dark Hide, because that makes sense. And then go find out where to get that. Get rid of that. And keep in mind we have one little Dragon Glass. No, not for 59. 80. I think that's kind of the max. Yeah, alright. Woohoo. I'll buy... I'll get the spice. And 1 tea. And I'm out of trade points, but if I wanted to, I've got 55 to use. Then I'm going to use them on the last day. I've got 2 days, 16 hours, 38 minutes. So, yeah, I'll use them on the last day and preferably within the last hour of that day. Do I have any more goodies here for any reason? No. Yeah, he's supposed to be going in for surgery on his heart again soon. And of course, his ex was talking to him from her magical city, hundreds of miles away now, saying, "Oh, that's great. Would love to take care of you after you get out of the hospital." I already told him that I think she was trying to murder him, and she tried to screw me while he was in the hospital dying. He ended up in a nursing care home for about 2 months. And during that period, the second day, he was gone 2 days before she jumped my bones. Tried to, rather. I already told a story about that, but I refused. I told her I was gay, because that's easier than telling her the truth. But anyway, yeah. I can take my teeth out. Here's a picture of me not caring. Alrighty. Although for the longest time, I myself had a terrible gag reflex, and I only recently learned, about a year ago, that I don't have much of one anymore. So that's kind of cool. Anyway, yeah. Let's see. Where can I go? Where can I go? I want to paint red towers. I missed a chance to paint those two because I bounced somebody forward without strategically moving them. Ooh, 3. You can go somewhere, maybe. You can go here and maybe get your butt kicked because I didn't look first. Oh, never mind. You shouldn't get your butt kicked. Alrighty. I'm going to go ahead and make another move towards start. Oh boy. And I guess number 1 will not move. In fact, nobody will be moving. Okay. Alrighty then. Oh. Alright, we're not doing bad considering I totally screwed my team today by not being here. Hades, Alessia, Greg, Rudy Love, Ragor, Rayla, Pete Falax, Trong, Lady Mary, and Fofabel. Okay. On my team, Stanley Payne, Akiza, Lycanlick, that's me, Ringo Pella, Maluloa, Thy, rather, Swifty Bean, Evixam, and Boris. Red team, Zanlis, Flexa, Aryavarta, Michael, Nesta, Jadicus, Lara, Baxter, Pure Evil ZZ, and Roe. Yellow team, Lilith, Eloise, Lord Thundergun, Evelyn, and Captain Morgan. Well, they're not getting much help. I've got two people on the team actually trying, and the other 3 saying, eh. Who else is calling it in? Zanlis trying, Flexa trying, Aryavarta trying. Yeah, everyone else is kind of calling it in. Stanley Payne is trying, Akiza is trying, I am trying, Ringo Pella trying. Rest of them calling it in. Hades trying, Alessia trying, Greg trying, Rudy Love trying, Ragor trying, Rayla trying. 4 calling it in. You know, the key to victory in both of these events, the VOC and Guild Conquest, is participation. You do not have to be good, have a great team or teams to make a difference in these 2 things. In this one, if you're not big, paint towers. Don't go for fights, just paint towers. Give yourself merit by using my little cheat. Just go from the start point to 2 towers away. Rinse and repeat. You'll get your Indomitable. Normally I'd have it by now, but I didn't play that game. I didn't use that trick on this one. I've been too busy. So So I don't know, the next time I get landed over to start, I'll probably use all 3 of my squads to kind of hyper quick my rewards on that particular quest. Generally you're doing better for your team if you throw your squads in here when able. These towers are all worth more. They also give the best bonuses when you can grab those center ones. If you can't help get into the center, you're locked out, try to go sneaky through the towers, either north and south or east and west, and try to land on first, if you can, a boost tower, and then the windmill. Preferably in that order. You want to get an extra boost if able, and then you want to go for the windmill because it's usually better guarded than the boost. Usually. Anyway, there isn't so much to go with ethics in Valley. It kind of runs the way it runs. Now, Guild Conquest, in my opinion, is a game that requires a little bit of diplomacy. If people don't want to push other people out of the game, for instance, a good rule of thumb would just be, if you're like the yellow team in this case, monsters, and you can just kind of have your way with the board, sometimes it's nice to have a little empathy and mercy and avoid going into the other 2 teams' home bases at all. If you're that kind of dominating to begin with, why do you have to ruin the experience completely for the other 2 teams? Now, thankfully, in both cases, we have a little bit of fight back available in blue team, which is also an opponent of ours, and I am purple team. We have some fight back, but yellow is dominating. It is unlikely that we're going to be first in this case. It looks like we might be able to keep a healthy second throughout. But ultimately, I think yellow team only really has 2 of major whales that are just highly active. So that's part of it, is why they're doing so great. But the other part is that, we got blue team with 1 very, very good whale that's messing all of us up too. So we're kind of messed up in this case. We're trying to rally, and so far yellow team has definitely said we're gonna hit the gates. Yellow team is okay, and generally that's okay. I've mentioned that bouncing off of gates is an acceptable practice. So hopefully they're not going to be jerks and either puppy guard us, keep us from getting out, which really in this particular event doesn't help anybody. In this event, you're going to get more points from painting whatever towers are not your color, your color. And again, this is an instance where smaller squads can make use of speed ups and just kind of run around painting stuff. But, it does take planning your route and making sure that you're not going to get intercepted by somebody that you happen to see on the map. It takes time to play it out correctly. And those of you that do not have time to play it out correctly, I don't know, I would say at the very least, you should be crawling when you've got moments between work breaks or, I don't know, whatever is keeping you busy in the day. When you've got moments to, you should pull all of your forces as close to gates as possible or onto gates if enemy teams have already agreed to be nice about gates and leave them alone. You pull your forces to gates and you start rallies there. And what we tend to do is start a rally at a gate and try to navigate through a bunch of stuff and get back to a different gate that is ours. Particularly in instances where we have gate truces. Now, usually the most beneficial truce and the most common truce is people asking for everyone to leave their home base resource amethyst towers alone. And I think that's just a general happy rule of thumb. Then again, in a case where you're the monster and you could easily dominate the map if you wanted and end up turning everything yellow, including home bases, and then have people puppy guarding here and there and, whatevs. Yeah, that's not cool. It pisses people off. It makes them either not want to play this event or even leave the game. Um, and it's a bullshit practice. If you're a whale and you're pulling this crap on normal players or people that just don't have the kind of money to throw at it that you do, you're a jerk. You're ruining this game. Whales ruin almost every mobile game available on the planet. Whales are jackasses, in my opinion, that just throw their money around, but they have more money than they have sense, and it really pisses me off that I'm in the 98th percentile in certain topics of education, and yet I can't get a decent paying job. Really annoying. Um, yeah, it's a frustrating circumstance to be aware of. That there's just whales, you're not helping things, and you know what? What you're gonna end up with is being at the top of the rankings, just outspending all the other jackasses with more money than sense. And you know what? Kudos to you. Yeah, may you outspend each other back and forth for aeons. And I have always been of the mindset when I start any game that I am not gonna outwhale anyone because I can't, and I will be happy with being whatever rank I can manage to be as either a free to play or a cheap to play, as I call it. And so far, I am avoiding spending because I've been doing a little oopsing on the spending, and I need to focus my finances on things that actually benefit my and my animals' lives, and not this game necessarily. But I've spent $280 on it in my 600 plus days playing, and I consider that at this point still cheap to play. I don't know, it's equivalent to somebody basically buying I think a $10 pack every month in the time I've been playing or something like that. I've done the math once, but it's changed because I bought again, so yeah. Where is my... No. Where is it? I can't find it. I am having trouble. There we go. Book. 625 days of play. Alright. No, not even quite 2 years, which I don't really understand because something's off about that. I swear I've been here longer than 625 logins. And the game does have little glitches, as we should all know. So, my intuition has got to be correct. There's something wrong with that number. But I'm not going to sweat it too much. I just acknowledge that that might be a possibility. And in my opinion, it really much is. Anyway, 625 logins, $280 spent. You do the math. I can't. I don't feel like it. Got some more Convoke. I've got me some Bulko shards. That's the first ones I've had. I've got the cowboy pufferfish, which I actually do think is kind of cute. Copuff. I like the name too. Alright. I've got this little 75er. I don't think that's enough to do anything with it though, or they'd give me a little red dot, probably. Such as ascending it further. Oh, I need 100. Okay, I need 25 more. Let's see. I've got that one, but I don't use it. I've got it, don't use it. I've got it, don't use it. I have it and I'm using it, and I have it and I'm using it. Woohoo. And yeah, I don't have Bulko. I don't have Draggy. I don't have the cowboy puffer. That sounded a little weird. Anyway, just a wee bit off, if said out of context. Okay. I did take etymology, And everyone in that class failed. That teacher was a bitch. Anyway. I wants some completed. I has not. Pity. I can use some Convoke. I can do some of this. My male or my Galabon companion is my newest companion. So I'm giving him all the love. Part of the success with me is trying to evenly do everything. My roster is evenly developed. My companions are evenly developed. My companionship, all of this, evenly developed. Celestial bonds, relatively evenly developed. It's all about the even development and patience. A lot of patience. This can be done free to play. Again, my guild leader, Charlemagne, is free to play. I know he's not lying. He's an ethical person in the time I've known him, which is the entire time I've been playing, basically. He says he's free to play, then he means he's free to play. And he is amazing. He's better than me in most of the rankings. And I tend to kind of kill it in the might challenge because I know he knows about it. He also could not have the time to spend basically the 1 hour resetting them, and then when you get back, the game resets, then you've got 2+ hours of putting them all back together. So trying to get first in a might challenge is time consuming. And I should be, well, either number 2 or number 3 right now. Yeah, I should be. But I oopsed, and I'm not. So I won't. That's alright. Hopefully the next one. I'm pretty sure I'm not ready yet, but let's take a look. Ooh, 13 minutes. Closer. And this one's going to be a while. Yeah, 5 hours and 5 minutes. Poop. And I don't think I have enough banquety goodies to make one. Nope. I guess I should use that Convoke. And do I have any of these to run? No. So this event is, I think, the second time it's run nerfed, or maybe the first. I don't know. I didn't get to enjoy running it the way everyone else was because I was doing it wrong. And now that I had a chance to do it right after watching a video, it's nerfed. What's 279 of those worth? And will I get more? Probably. I should just be patient. Be patient. I'm not always good at it. Sometimes I impulse buy. Okay. All done with him. I don't know. Hi, Viridian. Yeah. Go for the jugular. Well, I'll share some global. We say stuff. We say stuff a lot. No. It was bittersweet watching my Melho take on an entire team to look locked out. A team that ate my squad rather fast and struggled yet bested the Galaban. And then the Ho just dancing away, shrugging off an 82,000k squad, the entire squad. I didn't manage to knock out any of its members, and all 5 of them went all the way to the end of the timeout on that attack, and my hoe just said, yeah, I don't care. It was pretty cool. Yeah, see, there it is. Sir Eichenarf was the new guy asking me questions, and now I avoid his squad in the arena. We are already in hell, but let's try to make it fun. Also true. No. Mm-hmm. Yep, I agree with Brownie. Yeah, I call it bullshit, what they're doing there. I still stand by that statement. Set achievable goals. You will not be happy if you think you're going to be the best. Better to set achievable goals, and then you can enjoy the game. Yep, win with your credit card. And as far as I'm concerned, go for it. Go fight with your credit card with the other guy that's going to fight with his credit card. You guys go ahead and outspend each other. Make sure you keep a hand free under your keyboard. Anyway. Yeah, that was an interesting night. Couple of codes if you guys don't have them. BLD Library and BLD 0311. Codes brought to you by, well, the people that brought them to you. You saw that. Great gratis. In that case, and Jackal did give off the 0311 earlier, and maybe the BLD library even. Whatevs. And there we go, that should be a code, Cthulhu. I was raised Mormon. Hey, there's a Cthulhu in our temple. Yeah, I've got 182 of those stupid convoke spheres. Probably more by now. I don't know. I'm not even sure how I'm earning them. Tater Tot! Really? Yeah, hi. Okay. How many convoking spheres do I have? Or... Are they in my bag? There they are. 190 of them. Convoke a crystal ball. Okay. I've got mushrooms. Can I upgrade a sprite level? You want some level up? Yes? Ooh. Oh, really? Oh, wait. Insufficient. Oh, okay. Oh, and I train, but... Or no, yeah. If I train, I've got that one right up there. One little thingamajigger to use. Oh, dogs that I tried to call in a while ago are finally deciding to come in. Okay. You want to come in? Okay. Tiny. Boy. Anyway. This won't work, I don't think. Oops. Well, it won't work because I'm... Did it work? Okay. That was unexpected. That's the first time that... Of course, while I'm trying to make this video, it works. I've been trying to use that thing for months. Really. Alright. Well, I used it. But I currently have increases all champ deployed strength by 12.24%. That's better than a static number, and it's a higher value thing, whatever, anyway. There is a second one. Train this guy. Currently, I'm sitting at decreases all deployed champions damage taken in battle by 4.65%. Effect is unstackable. Only the most powerful effect will be taken on. Alrighty. And then my other sprites don't have any special whatevers because I haven't actually awakened or ascended them. Yeah, that's the word. I haven't ascended them. Oh, that tasted like bran flakes. Alright. I had bran flakes with food bank milk in a box and food bank cake mix that happened to be gingerbread, which was really tasty. A little heavy on the ginger, but ginger is good for you. Just a little heavy on it. I am in queue. Is good. I do not know what those numbers mean below them. I don't. If anybody knows, that'd be great to know. Of course, I'll get an answer like 3 years from now because my videos are going to get seen by like 18 people. All right. Let's see. But anyway, what am I talking about? Let's go back in there. What am I talking about? I'm talking about the vault and these numbers. I don't know what the 30, 90 million, 1981 million, I presume the M is million, and 65, 68 million. I don't know. I apologize for not knowing. I don't know. I don't know what it means. So if you know what it means, please tell me. Thank you. That'd be cool. It'd be cool to know. I guess I am pretty well done with this playthrough today. There's not much else to do. I think I can try to go to the altar, and I know I was a few 13 minutes away from a banquet being over. But yeah, I'm not, yeah, I can't use him unless I've got someone hiding that is not, nope, not using that. So, yep, I don't have anything to do. I can attempt to level things up to upgrade my might. But that's not going to go very well, I presume, because I'm just, like I said, I failed. I had everybody reset except my 15 used champs, War and Valley of Conquerors. And because I was dealing with some life problems, I wasn't gaming. Oops. I can level everybody up. If I run out of gold, I've got around 20,000 1-hour chests still. I broke the 20,000 mark, but I didn't get a video capture of that. But I had to use it. I used it because I ended up with 2 Celestial Bonds upgrades in a row. That was fun. Expensive. Right now, I am still attempting to try to mass produce Lux so I can get a few Lux in my districts. That's not working so far. Mostly because I've yet to come up with a Lux with any district traits. Itty bitty. What's going on? Red? Red? Come here. No, you don't need to come in. I need you guys. I'm gonna close the door. I'm gonna grab this dog dish, and I will come back with food. You have water. That is good. Hey, come on. Now. Come here. They're trying to dig at a hole in the fence that I threw bags of concrete in front of because they were supposed to be used on it, but they turned to rock. Come on. I'll close this gate. They can't get back in there. Alright, I need to do a doggy head count though. I'm walking and going through my list. Takes a while to get across the yard. Come on, in. I'm gonna have to go outside with a light. I have a feeling I have a problem. Okay, we have a Jazzy, a Tiny, a Universe, Shane. Okay, so hopefully Rahone is in my truck. Shane, come here. I can't leave two mills together or I'll have a dead dog. Come on. Yeah, okay, find Tiny Rahone. Rahone, are you in my truck? Good baby. Okay. Tiny, come on. Tiny. Come on. Ow. That's fun. Okay, so that is Rahone, who I mistook for Tiny. They're about the same size. In the same coloring. Okay. Let's see, I didn't want to do that for one. And I was going to try and upgrade skills somewhere, I think. Woohoo. And what else can I do? Yeah, I think I've covered it all. Alrighty. Oh, there's that banquet ended. Let's go ahead and finish it up with that. Going to Mystic's banquet for 6 hours and 42 minutes. That's fine. I need a YouTube break anyway. I did okay. Alrighty then. Okay. I'll do one last check-in with Guild Conquest and Valley. I don't have any arena fights to show you. Not that that matters. Like Rage Panda, I just punched down anyway, so I'm not really taking on anyone that's a challenge. It's been 37 minutes, apparently. Let's see if I can get my 3 team. Ta-da! I got 19 people in my... That's great. Home base. So I can play this game and get me a few, charm. I'll just do this until I hit the next red dot. quest line. This is going faster than it usually does. Oh, there it is. Red dot. Alright, I made one more move and I'll go ahead and come on out again. And look at that. I'm at the next level, which was 4,800, and now I need to get to 6,000 from 4,920. And let's see, what do we got? Flexa kicked my butt. I hit Flexa with 3 different teams and it just didn't work. What's this? Yeah, this is a maybe. Let's give it a go. Yeah, it's gonna be a toughie. The Viking Orost, which I think is cool, other than they covered his face with that stupid helmet. I don't like that, but whatever. He's a good tank. He's usually one of the last ones on the board in a team where he's present. We also have the assassin wingy thingy. That didn't go well for them. Okay. 75. So this one is Meth Head, Male, Ignis, Lux. And yeah, I guess the Wood Scourge? Or no, that's not the Wood Scourge, that's the... What's her face? Darn it. Okay, and this one is Female Gold Tongue Against Me, Water and Sun, Askvarg, and Female Choir, and a Day of Ella. Oh, and a Lion Stone? Yeah, okay. Come on, you're about to lose your Galaban, or your Gold Tongue. There we go. Now I'd like you to lose your Water and Sun. Pretty please. You took out my male Gold Tongue. I like my male Gold Tongue. Oh, come on. Come on. Take out the Banshee. Somebody. There we go. Take out the Lion Stone. There we go. That's helpful. Get rid of her shields. And come on. Come on. Prove it. Prove it. Shushy. Come on. I got 30 seconds. 30 seconds. If I could just focus on the Water and Sun and kill it. Thank you. Swat that bug. She will go down. Come on. Come on. 8, 7, 6, 5. Come on, game. Thank you. Alright. I feel better. One. Yeah, I'm going to put you over here to protect that. And 3 is over here. I want to throw you back in here. Let's just play that game a wee bit. Let's grab that, though. I may as well do this because I don't have lag, and usually I do this and I have lag. So I'm gonna enjoy the no lag moment here because this is going faster than it should. Yay. At least get one more step up my reward ladder. Oops. This is something you can be doing when you've got like a timer waiting from an attack and you want to hit somebody with a second team. You happen to have someone at the starting point. You can play this game waiting for your timer to run out. You can try to see how many of those you can do. So now I'm halfway through. It stops at 12k, so I'm halfway through, which is not great, to be perfectly honest. We got 4 days and 15 hours left. Okay, I guess we're okay. I'll be fine. I'll make it. I'll get there. I don't need to keep making that happen, Cap'n. Let's see. Pretty much I'm done with Banquet until I probably wake up. And let's get a trade point used. Probably have one by now. Ooh, 2. And I have full storage. Okay, spices and tea. And 1 dragon glass still. Alright. For some reason you want tea? Did something reset? I have 1 tea. Okay. Yep, it reset. That's annoying. So now I'm just taking a shot in the dark and hope that I can offload this stuff. I will get rid of that dragon glass. Yay. And that's not a bad price for the spice. And I'll buy some spider silk. And then wonder where I can go with it. Screw it, I'll go right back here with it. I know I can get a better price elsewhere, but I also like the confirmed better price than I paid. Boop. Alright. And I'll check. It's probably going to be a whale. It is a whale. I'm not taking that on. Nope. Alright. Thank you for watching.